Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 2, where I will be trying to escape this circus tent, which, since the door disappeared when I went in, that's going to be an interesting trick, which I am definitely going to be trying to pull off tonight. I'm hoping that if I confront this genie, I'll be let go at the very least, if not, releasing the other people. I would really like to release the other people as well. But, we'll find out. It's been a couple of weeks since I could play, circumstances being what they are, so... This is where I left off, I think it was 2 weeks ago, so this is where I'm going to be picking up. And it's right through this door, so let's go. Still not used to my new character voice.
Certainly.
Oh, Fox, you sound so much prissier than you used to. Oh. Well, can we just ignore that? About face? Apparently we can. Let's just talk to this dude. Congratulations, Foxwine. Kala is most amused by your progress. You may yet live as long as you continue to provide such entertainment. Are you ready to proceed? What is going on here? Who is Kala? I'm ready to proceed. Proceed to where? What is going on here? Who is Kala? Fool! Your process of discovery is part of the fun. As to Kala, he is the lord of this domain. Ere long, he shall be your lord. Are you ready to proceed? Proceed to where? I am ready. Do not toy with me, Janai. I will kill you. Proceed to where? I shall take you to the next part of our little game. Are you ready to go? I am ready. If you refuse to give me a straight answer, then you must answer to Kelemvor. Despite the fact that this person is waving a sword at me, take me to the next part of the game, I guess. You do show some courage. Go then. Was that it? Alright then.
You must gather your party before venturing.
I am aware, but we all need to get up the stairs. Oh, hello, room full of enemies. Oh! And someone who at least is named Kala. That's promising. Alright, Minsk, you appear to be closest to this one, so go and beat on it, please. Jaheira, play with the werewolf.
Yes?
You need more bullets, but, well, you're right next to Minsk. Back Minsk up.
I am ready, I think.
And you shoot at this one. I'm gonna hold back in case this guy becomes hostile. Alright, everybody's got their orders? Go. Oh, well, then again, maybe not. I mean, Boo has already done his war cry. Could you maybe... Alright. What? I'm not.
You're not what? You're not my beast? Oh, but you are. All of you are, don't you see?
Okay, fun. This is my new priest mage. You're not allowed to touch her anymore. Rules are rules. She's mine now. have you done to my Uncle Quail? Little Airy, is that you? I have no eyes. No eyes! Be careful, Foxwine. Some of these beasts are real, and some are illusions. There's no way to tell until they hit you.
Yes, it's a regular three-ring circus, isn't it, my beasts? Now go ahead and tear each other apart.
I don't think I want to anymore. Admittedly, we've definitely got, well, this one definitely is a person. Alright, Minsk. That one hit you, so you hit it. Okay, that one hit the person that I know is good, so
Yes?
everybody gang up on that one.
This isn't what was supposed to happen. This isn't what was promised to me.
Oh, no. How could this have happened to you? You were doing such evil things.
I have planned this for too long, only to have my plans shattered by some inbred northern adventurers. I just wanted to be respected.
Well, I am definitely not inbred, and none of us are northern, so you're just wrong on every count. Also, all the disrespect. Every last grain of disrespect for you.
You killed me, destroyed Kana with your misplaced morals and beastly greed for adventure.
Well, you know, having morals is good, and, you know, having adventure is exactly why I'm here, so, eh. What has passed here, Gnome? You replaced the circus with your personal playground? You deserve to die, Gnome. How many have suffered so you might keep your illusions of grandeur? You are done talking, Gnome. You'll be dead in moments. Or, what happened to the tower? It was all an illusion? None of it was real? You know what? Let's go with the first one. Because none of these options are what I actually want to say to him. So... You fool! You truly know nothing! I am Kala, an illusionist. I was made a clown mage for the pleasure of the tall folk, but I bided my time, and I was promised a world I could rule. Oh, I believe we're talking to a failed warlock. In Amn, a mage is a criminal and a gnome is a spectacle. In this tent, in my world, Kala was the master, where none would dare to laugh. What of the circus employees, Kala? What have you done with all those who have disappeared into this tent? You are done talking, Gnome. You'll be dead in moments. And it has left you with nothing. You built your future on nothing. I mean, there are some other people here. Some. What have you done with all those who disappeared into this tent? Indifference killed those fools from the circus. I treat them in death as they were to me in life. A gnome gets no respect. I just wanted people to look up to me. All that I have done. What a pitiful little man. Everyone did laugh at him, but they didn't deserve to die. I just can't hate him despite all he's done. The gnome is dead. How he was able to perform these great feats of illusion will have to remain a mystery, it seems.
Uncle Quail, you're okay.
Yay! Ha! I knew Kala would trip over himself eventually. I'm just pleased he despised me enough to play with me rather than dispose of me like some of the others. Oh, Quail, what would I ever do without you? I think you need to find that out, my dear. I've taught you everything I can. It's time, Airy. Time for you to learn the rest on your own. Go, fly, little bird, fly! Join my party forever! You're the wisest and the smartest and the kindest man I'll ever know. I mean, not the wisest, not the smartest, but have you met Minsk? I wasn't always, my dear. You changed that, Airy. But I can't keep you here for myself forever. Oh, Quail, I would miss you. Then you shall have to come and visit me from time to time and tell me what you've learned. Go with my blessings, girl. All right. Take care of the circus while I'm away. Oh, don't worry about me. If you find happiness, maybe the pain of losing your wings will be lessened. Nothing would please me more. Be well, my Airy. There's a whole lot of backstory that I'm not privy to because I didn't ask a lot of questions. I mean, I ought to, I ought to regret that, but I don't. Well, we'll take the rock.
I'll help however I can.
Well, it looks like Airy can use these scrolls, so take. And take those bullets, too.
Minsk and Bull stand ready.
Yeah, Minsk, if you would take those unidentified blue items, that would be awesome. Okay, Airy. That's Jaheira. Why did I put Jaheira and Airy next to each other? This is going to be terrible. Okay. And we'll learn this one. And we can use the rest as we see fit. Okay, so Airy is a winged elf with no wings, so that's going to be fun. I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go.
What is it? Without doubt.
Let's see. Is the child's mother happen to be in here? Circus worker, Quail, Hannah, maybe? Hannah, do you have a child?
And welcome.
Legs and hands. I have hands again. I am free of this horrible place. Thank you so much. I must... Garen! I hope my son hasn't gone far. Mama's on her way. Why did you go to the circus without your child? Admittedly, that would have seen your child get killed, but this is also a big question. Why would you go to the circus without the child? Okay, is there anyone else in here who is not a circus worker or Quail? Nope. There aren't even any boxes in here. Alright then. Success! Alright, let's save. Because I am the paranoid sort. And yeah, here's the door. Let's talk to the guard. I just wanted to thank you, citizen, for doing such a fine job. You saved us more than a little trouble with that gnome. The city thanks you, truly. Were you just standing outside there listening, afraid to come in? Is that a question? I have a question. A friend of mine has been imprisoned by the cowled wizards. Do you know where they might be keeping her? I have a question. What do you know about the shadow thieves? Or, no problem. Okay, let's try asking about the cowled wizards things and hope that he doesn't clam up entirely. Alright, a friend of mine has been imprisoned by the cowled wizards. Do you know where they might be keeping her? Well, they would have imprisoned her wherever they keep their magic-using criminals, and they keep the location of their prison a secret. Sorry about your friend, but that's the way it is. Great, thanks. That's very helpful. What do you know about the Shadow Thieves, then? They are a power here in the city, and they're everywhere you look. If you intend to deal with them, friend, be wary. Alright, though that's both my questions that I'm allowed. I'll be going then. Very good, citizen. You have my thanks once again. I hope this translates to something good later. Okay, Girin, child. Hello. Thanks for saving my mother, ma'am. Papa will be so happy. Don't... I think the child just went into the tent. Oh no. Well, let's not think too hard about that then, shall we? Okay, I'm gonna pause for a moment. We're gonna pull up the map. I have not been far. I'm supposed to find the copper coronet. Which is definitely not around here, but I think I want to check out the temple before we leave. Because if anybody gets killed, I would really like to know where to have them resurrected. Let's see, it was marked as being up here, right? A bouncer, huh? Well, let's talk to the bouncer.
Declare yourself.
Special clients only. Move along. Wait a minute. Arrows. Oh, bullets.
What can I do? Faster than Chick-Tika Fast Paws.
I don't know who that fast paws person is, but I'm sure that I saw some bullets. There they are. You'll just be grabbing those and adding them to your pile. Thank you. Now we have one extra bullet. I feel a lot better.
Yes?
Okay. So, who knows?
This will not take long.
Is this the temple? Priestess of Ilmater. This is the temple, indeed. Well, let's talk to the lady.
If it must be done. You have my greetings, faithful.
Greetings, my sister, and welcome to the humble abode of the one who endures. Ilmater shelters all in need and suffers himself for others' pain. I would like to see your services. Tell me about Ilmater if you could. Or, I see, I shall be going. You know, it's very insulting to say that to the priestess of the temple that way, but I'm gonna, like, could you tell me about your god? Ilmater is the god of compassion and endurance, my sister. We care for the lost children of the city. Such is the crying god's will. Okay, could I see your services? Of course, my sister. Please come with me. Okay, usual temple. We have healing, we have donations, we have buy and sell, we have identify. Well, Minsk. Present items. That's pricey. That is actually quite pricey. That is unfortunate. I don't really want to for that cost. I would have thought the god of compassion would have offered a discount, but no. Okay, moving along then. Oh, I should have seen what she was buying and selling, but oh well. Hello, child? Yeah, that's... I'm not gonna loot your barrels. I'm gonna be respectful.
Certainly.
Okay, so we do know where there are some resurrection services. Now, if I'm reading the map correctly, Kern's farmer home. Who is Karund? 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 I think it's this door? Yeah, just all pile in the doorway. See if that helps.
I am listening.
Interesting. All right.
What do you need? I am skilled in avoidance.
All
I
right.
can dance on the head of a pin as well.
Oh, I'll just take their gold. I'm not going to bother with the history of Am, though. Doom de doom de doom de doom. I mean, it feels a little bit wrong to be doing this, but... History of the Western Heartland. Maybe not. Maybe? Okay, you know what? I'm pretty sure I already read the history of Am elsewhere, but let's go for the history of the Western Heartlands, just in case it has a factor on anything. The history of the Western Heartlands is a history of endless battles and destroyed empires. In ancient times, these were the lands of the fallen kingdom of Ilifarn, the lost kingdom of Man, and rumored Nethril. In the more recent history, the land has been fertilized with blood and bone as forces from the empires of the sands surged northwards, the evil peoples within Dragonspear and the Goblin Marches spilled forth, and mercenary companies moved to and fro in service of one petty warlord after another. Recent battles leveled the way in and threatened Daggerford. Even the time of troubles did not leave this desolate land unmarked. Baal himself perished at Borskire Bridge, and the waters it passes over have remained poisoned to this day. The cities of the Western Heartlands are strong, independent, and varied. They are also strongly motivated by trade and listen harder to the ringing of gold than the call of battle. But something else prospers in the open land: freedom and opportunity. No nation lays claim on the Western Heartlands to land beyond which over their armies can control, and no warlord can make demands beyond the swing of his axe. Small holds and castles regularly spring up, only to be knocked down by invading forces or abandoned after a generation or two. Lost dungeons and secret citadels lie scattered throughout this land, and this rugged frontier presents more than enough opportunities for adventurers. This sounds like the intro to the adventure book. Oh well. Okay, was there anything else besides those? Nope. I'm not sure what this place was specifically marked for.
Without doubt. Quickly and
Back
precisely.
outside we go. Like, most of these shops and such, I'm kind of ignoring them because I don't really have enough money to deal with anything. I don't know who Phoenicia is or why I should care about her home. I'm assuming Phoenicia is female. Like, possibly we'll find out and we'll have to come back. But it'll be fine. Okay, so this is the exit, so as usual, I'm going to save before attempting to switch maps, just in case. Okay, so We are currently in Joaquin's Promenade. This city has the docks, which we can't go to, the temple, which we can't go to, the government we can't go to. This is a trend. Bridge is which we can't go to. The city gates, which we can't go to. The graveyard we can't go to. The only place we can go to is the slums. So I wonder where the heck we're gonna go. I wonder. It's a mystery. Let's go.
You'd be the one I'd be looking for if I'm not being mistaken.
Foxwine be your name, aye? Oh, well, that's not ominous at all. I haven't been attacked by people who knew my name and I didn't know theirs more than once in my life already. If not constantly since I left Candlekeep. That's not concerning at all. Well, I'm afraid you are mistaken, or yes, I am she. What is it you want? Please let it not be my blood on the street. Alright, what is it you want?
It's not what I want, but what I can be doing for you.
You might be wanting information about a young lass arrested by the wizards on your arrival here, aye? Oh. Yeah, this doesn't make me suspicious at all. No, I find this individual completely trustworthy and definitely someone that I should believe every word out of their mouth. You're talking about Imoen? What do you know about her? I'd rather know who you are first before I deal with you. Or, excuse me, I don't have time to deal with you right now. Okay, I am not giving her name to random strangers. Especially ones that are already far too well informed. I'd rather know who you are first.
Well, bless me for being an idiot if I haven't gone and forgotten my manners. My name be Galen Vale. You needn't stretch your brain thinking. I'd be sure it's a name you haven't heard.
The sound balance is all off on this again. After this dialogue, I'm just going to go check the sound settings to see if I can turn down the music without turning down the voices. I've heard of him, Foxwine, at least a little. He is a man with many connections amongst the underworld in the city. A man of his word, too, as far as that is worth.
You be a different man. You be renowned enough that someone might be willing to find this Imoen for you, or maybe this wizard who held you. Either way, they both went to the same place.
Very well informed. Very well informed indeed. How do you know all of this? Very well, tell me what you know. Or, why pester me with this? I don't know you, and I'm sure I don't want to. How do you know all of this?
I knows very little myself.
I can, however, link ye up with a group that knows, or can be finding out.
But this be not the best place to hold such a dialogue. I be having a place that would suit far better. It be just a short walk from here.
Oh, this sounds like an ambush. This sounds like an ambush.
Why don't I take you there right now? Unless you have some reason for not wanting to come along.
Well, how about I've already been abducted once? Maybe twice if you count the circus tent already in this game? I don't really want to make it a third time's the charm. How do I know that this isn't some kind of trap? Yes, show me to your home. I don't have much time for this right now. Or I have more questions for you as I drop my pen somewhere. Where the heck did I drop my pen? One moment. You know what? Most important question first. How do I know that this isn't some kind of trap?
I have no interest in setting up a trap.
It be more profitable to serve. I will speak no more. Come with me and you can decide whether to enter me house. Wasn't given much choice, was I? I see that you were able to keep up with me all right, eh? I was afraid I'd lost you there, huh? This is a remarkably nice house for a guy who was hanging around in the slums. I kept up just fine. Now tell me what this is all about. I find where I need to be just fine. Have you something to say to me or not? I'm in a hurry. I've got to hunt for a mage called Irenicus. Or don't dawdle. I have to find Imoen and make sure she's all right. I like how no matter what alignment the answer is, there's still this overall atmosphere of caring about Imoen's safety. I appreciate that. Alright. I kept up just fine. Now tell me what this is about.
Aye, I'll be doing that as quick as ye blink. I'll tell you straight that I know a powerful group that can be helping you. They can be fighting a wizard and a young woman both, they can.
If you say the Harpers...
But they can be doing far better than the telling, my friend. They can also effect a rescue of your lass to boot.
Well, that sounds awesome, but if you tell me it's the Harpers, I'm just going to scream, you understand. And I'm not entirely certain if I mean the character or the streamer in that one. They can rescue Imoen? Of course I'm interested. I've little fondness for her, but I probably should get Imoen back. Just what is this organization, anyway? Or, the mage named Irenicus is my main concern. Okay, I take back what I said about all of the answers have a general caring for Imoen vibe to them. This is not a caring for Imoen vibe. Okay, let's put our foot in it with caring about Imoen. They can rescue Imoen? Of course I'm interested. Ah, good, but you should know that it requires my friends to cross the Cowled Wizards. Not something you would be able to do on your own. I see, and what might this sort of help cost me? All I need to know is where she is. I can handle the rest on my own. Who is this group exactly? Or, as soon as I find out where Irenicus is, I can take care of everything on my own. You know what, let's go with who is this group exactly. This I cannot tell ye. Rest ye find that they be willing to help, and having enough power to challenge the Cowled Wizards. That's all ye be needing to know. I see, and how much might such assistance cost me? All I need to know is where Imoen is. I can handle the rest myself. Or, as soon as I find out where Irenicus is, I can take care of everything on my own. And how much might this assistance cost me? Because I know I'm not up to fighting those guys. It may seem to be costly, but think of the danger in crossing the Cowled Wizards. A fair price if you think about it. It'd be 20,000 gold pieces for their help. Oh, if only I still had all the gold that I had in the previous game, I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, here, have it. Because I had like six digits of money in that game by the end. But this, I think I have just over 1,000? 20,000 gold pieces, that's an outrageous sum. Is there no way to lower the cost? All I need to know is where Imoen is. I can handle the rest on my own. I don't have that much money. How am I supposed to raise such a fare? Or, as soon as I find out where Irenicus is, I can take care of everything on my own. You know what? Is there no way to lower the cost? None. It be 20,000 gold pieces, or me friends canna be helping ye. Well, I think it is an outrageous amount. Just tell me where Imoen is then, and I'll handle the rest on my own. I do not have that much. How am I supposed to raise such an amount? It's too much to ask when I don't even know who will be getting it. Or, I just need to know where Irenicus is. I can take it from there. How am I supposed to raise such an amount, fool? I'm sure ye have spent as much in the past and will again. Surely there be work in the city for ye. Or perhaps some of your expensive goods to sell? Excuse me, what expensive goods do you think I have? Seriously. Where can I sell some goods? Very well, I'll be back with the money. It's too much to ask when I don't even know who will be getting it. Okay, you know what? I'm going with the last one because, ay. You might think so, but the offer I make is good whether you act on it now or not. You will come to see the reasonable nature of it, I'm sure. He may be right, Foxwine. It would take someone of power to find good information on the Cowled Wizards. This may be your only opportunity to find Imoen. Spend not a coin now, then. Seek your fortune about the town, but remember that here is where your help is. Strangers are not always to be feared. Okay, I'm just gonna write this guy down. Alright, Gaelan Boyle. And 20k gold to rescue Imoen. 20,000. Ugh. You mentioned selling some of my goods. Where is a good place to do it? Very well, I'll be back with the money. Or is there no help to be found elsewhere? Okay, let's ask him about selling goods, I guess. Where is a good place to sell goods? There be many places to sell as well as buy. Baldur upstairs is as good as any. He may have a few items you need as well, I think. Very well, I'll be back with the money. Is there no help to be found elsewhere? That seems quite a lot to spend on people unknown to me. Is there no help to be found elsewhere? There be no aid elsewhere. Raise the coin or nay. You'll come back and I'll be waitin'. You may want to speak to Aldrian upstairs to help ye out. Good luck. Bruce'll be waiting for you outside. He's me nephew, and he'll show you to the Copper Coronet. You'll find work easily enough there, ye will. If you need work, I remember a boy from the Umar Hills looking for help. I think he was wandering the central park of the government district. Okay, I'll just make a note of that. Boy from Umar Hills looking for help, wandering Central Park of Government District. There we go. Okay. I wish I could write as fast as I talk. Okay. Fare ye well, then, and give me greetings to Lieutenant if he happens by him. Oh, that's another name. Lieutenant? Give greetings from Gaelan? I don't really like the heh on the end of that one. Hey, can I steal your stuff?
The deal
No?
is made, and you have a goal, albeit a distant one. Your new friend has assured you that passage to Imoen can be bought. Though you are certain the final tally will include much more than gold.
No kidding.
Any help is welcome, however, and while the cost may be steep, your path is clear. Finding Imoen will lead to Irenicus, and to answers long overdue.
If Irenicus is the same guy who was harassing me all during the siege of Dragonspear, I will take great pleasure in murdering him. Personal pleasure. Just saying.
These are the prisoners from the disturbance at Joaquin's Promenade.
What is now?
Not with their names. The mage is John Irenicus.
John?
The girl is Emily.
I didn't do anything. He did it all. I had...
Silence, child. Allow the fool to make his judgment.
Why was this man not gagged? Did he not slay 4 of you?
We dared not approach.
Regardless, in the end, he came willingly.
What should be done with them, sir?
They are deviants. Let them rot in Spellville.
I have a bad feeling. But yeah, we have a name. We have a name of Spellhold. But seriously, I'm very interested in stealing this guy's stuff because, you know, I need money. I'll take that. Do I pick it right behind him? Yes, I do. No, not interested. Yoink. Well, that's everything I value in here. So I'm just going to save so that we don't have to go through all of that again. And let's have a look at the... Okay, so I have the music volume like really far down and the voice volume at maximum. So the fact that the music keeps getting louder than the voice is oh, you know what? I can make selection... Oh, no, wait. I do want selection to be always, because when I switch characters, I want them to acknowledge. Alright. Okay, well... I don't think I can do much else. Besides, you know, what I have been doing, so... Sigh. Alright.
Yes?
Let's leave this basement apartment. Okay. Well, this is our Ledrian, who is we were told to talk to. Who... Oh, interesting. Oh, very interesting indeed. Let's talk to this guy anyway.
Ah, I know a discerning eye when I see one.
I understand I must give you access to my wares. My sources vary and I will not name them, but if you wish to purchase, I'm sure we can come to an arrangement. Alright, let's take a look at what you have, or I'm not interested in anything. No, I'm interested. Let's have a look. An excellent choice, my lady. You'll find that I offer many things not to be found elsewhere in Athkatla, and if they are, you'll not find them at a lower price. Okay, so arrow, arrow +2, arrow of piercing, acid arrows, bolts, 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 bullets. I already have that. Wand of Frost, Oil of Speed, Potion of Agility, Antidote, Absorption, Healing, various protection from electricity, improved invisibility, non-detection, chainmail, Well, except for them being +1s, this is pretty normal stuff so far. I mean, it being +1 is not really anything to sniff at, but I'm just like, special wares only to be found here? I'm not seeing them. There is a gem bag here, which is very tempting. Glasses of identification. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to buy the gem bag because, man, I can really use that. And I will sell the garnet gem that I have here. Alright, Minsk. Let's hope that this guy's identification is less expensive than at the church. It is! It is less expensive than at the church. Girdle of Piercing, Elves' Bane, an infamous highwayman in his day, Pandar of Scardale made quite a name for himself, vexing the elves of Cormanthor Forest. To their annoyance, he continually used the wood to escape the law, and with the aid of this girdle, the elves' arrows as well. Unfortunately for Pandar, pit traps and starvation proved a slower but effective substitution. I find that, yes, very amusing. Okay, so this gives armor class +3 versus missile and piercing attacks. Handy, nice. And a ring of human influence. For 7 years, Count Fisfnilt searched the realms for a suitable bride for his son Unin? I would like to say something about the naming conventions in this particular family, but I'm not sure I could pronounce it. Unfortunately, all the women that Daddy found were not up to the standards set by Unin, an impossibly spoiled man. Desiring an heir and impatient with his son, the Count had the court mage fashion this ring. He gifted the ring to a woman of no small courtly influence, and Unin was instantly smitten. They wed 3 weeks later. This gives charisma and allows someone to charm a person once a day. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Let's see. I'm going to keep the +1 bastard sword just in case I want it, but I might as well sell the small shield, even though it only being worth 1 gold. Alright, Jaheira. Well, we have a wand to identify here. Ugh, all my money. When activated, the wand will eject a missile of magical energy that darts forth and unerringly strikes its target. This includes enemy creatures in a melee. The target creature must be seen or otherwise detected to be hit, however, so near total concealment, such as that offered by arrow slits, can render the spell ineffective. The missile will inflict 1d4 + 1 points of damage. Alright, so it's a wand of magic missile, and it behaves exactly like that. Alright, does she have anything that I want to sell? I want to sell the Wand of Cloudkill because I hate Cloudkill. So, I'm gonna sell that. Nasty party killing spell. And also, actually, come to think of it, Minsk had a bunch of... Okay, those are useful scrolls, never mind. Let's see here. I'm just gonna sell this leather armor. And you. We're gonna sell the silver necklace. I have spent more money than I've gotten back by selling things. That is very unfortunate. I'm going to hang on to the fire agate for now, because I found it in the house of a named individual. I might need it for a quest later. Used to be if you weren't a mage, you could use a wand of magic missile, but you need to roll to hit with the missiles. That sounds like it would suck, actually. Also, good evening, Green, and welcome. Alright, so... the gem bag is nice. I am very pleased to have the gem bag. And let's huck all of these various scrolls over to the one person in the party who can actually use scrolls. Whose abilities are affected by charisma around in this party? That is the question. I think I'm gonna have Minsk wear the belt himself. Since I took his shield away so that he can dual wield, I have concerns about his safety. Oh, look at that! Jaheira can in fact use the Wand of Magic Missiles. Sure, okay. I'll send the other ones over this way. And send that over there. And how many of these? Oh, a bunch of these can be learned. Excellent. Yes, let's learn Fireball. We'll learn Chromatic Orb. We'll learn Dispel Magic. And we'll learn Friends. Excellent. And you can have the Wand of Fire and the Wand of Lightning. Don't use them both in the same place. Okay. Just gonna put that in so that I can have the stack space back. There we go. I don't know if it's the best idea to have Yoshimo hold on to this gem, but at least I'll remember not to sell it when it's on a weird person. Okay. Excellent shopping trip. Let's save.
What is it?
You know what? I'm just gonna leave the trapped chests the heck alone. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Let's face it.
Yoshimo is willing.
Oh, the bookcase is trapped too. That's amazing. Oh, interesting. Lockpick failed. Is it because I tried to do it before I detected whether or not it was locked? What do we got here? An aquamarine. And another history of M. I think they really want me to know the histories. Well, with this guy standing right here, I'm not going to force the locks, so I guess we're just going to be leaving those chests alone. And Yoshimo, pass that aquamarine over to me, and I will put it in my gem bag.
Speak.
Okay, time to
It
go.
must be done.
No, wait, that's down, that wasn't up.
Be done.
Where's the door?
Certainly.
Okay, that's downstairs. Where and how is the exit? Oh, I see. This isn't a basement apartment at all. You just keep a merchant upstairs in your bedroom for nefarious purposes.
Without doubt.
Wow, adventurer.
Hoy, you'd be the one I was watching for, aye? Uncle Galen told me to give you a bit of help to find some work. Listen up, eh? Oh no. Are all of them going to be talking like this? Because I'm not happy. What is that? What is that marking on the ground over there? I hears there's this kid wandering in the government district. He's talking about some village in the hills being killed off by monsters or something. Anyways, you're a ranger, and you can go wandering in the forest to find out about it, no doubt. Want me to take you to the edge of the slums? Sure, I'll see if I can find this boy and hear his story. Actually, I'd rather go to the nearest tavern. Or, never mind, I can find my own way. I mean, it's riding the railroad. It is absolutely riding the railroad. But let's find this boy and hear his story. Okay then, make sure to stay close, 'cause I don't have time to wait for you. Here ye be. I'm sure you can find the rest of your way from here, aye? Off you go. Okay, let's just pause for a moment. Oh yes, helpful markers. District exit, Copper Coronet, Bornall's house, Jansen home, Gillen Bale's home, Slaver stockade, derelict home, district exit, planar spear, entrance to the spear, Temple of Ilmater, Bornall's. No, I looked at that. Okay. Okay. And here we have a peasant and their cow. So the question is, do I go to the government district first, or do I try going to this Copper Coronet? You know, going to the Copper Coronet before this boy doesn't seem like the worst idea, so I agree. I can deal with simple cutthroats and hooligans. There's no danger here. Why, what would anyone here wish from me? Or I enjoy matching wits with cretins like these. Why, what would anyone here wish from me? Perhaps not here as such, but you are still a valuable commodity. There are those that know of the children of Baal, and they may desire services from you. Oh, and not just my bodily fluids like the last few people? All right, then. I do not wish to alarm, but always remember what you are, and that you may be tested from time to time. I feel it is my job to warn against such things. I mean, she's right, and I'm not gonna hold it against her that she's right. But also, anyone who would challenge someone who is openly walking around with a flaming sword quite possibly deserves what they get. Okay, so... Alright, I'm about to change maps again, so let's save, because I continue to be paranoid. In we go. Nice tavern. I have an offer for you if you wish to hear it. Says Lord Jerden, who must be slumming. Let's see. Bernard Lettinen. Oh, that's the one that we were told to say hi to. Salvanas, Lord Jerden, and Gerol are all the ones who are immediately visible. But also...
right behind me, right?
I will appropriate that gold.
What is it?
Oh wait, there's a person standing in the middle of my party. Unger Hildark. Interesting. Well, let's work our way through. Unger, you are right here. Why don't we talk to you first?
Your chattering's starting to wear on me nerves.
Don't be bothering me, little one. I'm not in a pleasant mood this morn. Well, nice to say hi to you too, and also I am not littler than you, physically. Bernard. Alright, let's try. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll talk to you. Stop bothering
You
me.
there. I would have a word with you. I am called Lord Jordan Firecracker, and I bid you stand a moment and hear what I offer.
How is that pronounced Firecrag? Whatever.
Word has come to me of your actions. I see you as capable and headstrong, with the ability to handle whatever is thrown at you. Just the type of creature that I've been looking for.
Creature. You've done your research well. What do you need of me? Your flattery is not needed. I will listen to what you have to say. Or you claim to know much, but I care not. Speak your offer and be quick about it. Your flattery isn't needed here. Certainly you understand that these are dangerous times, and that extreme measures are often called for. That is why I have need of you. I am lord of a community outside Alcatla, and while I provide for my people as best that I can, there are some things I cannot do. Battle is not my strong point. Ah, well, okay. There are marauders, horrid ogres and trolls that must be destroyed with fire or they regenerate. I need a firm hand to push them back. I need you, Foxwine. Well, I am the one with the flaming sword. I offer a grand sum, worthy of a woman of your stature. I offer 10,000 gold if you can free my land from this scourge. It is a fortune, you will agree. 10,000? That is an astounding sum for simple monster hunting. Why me and not some other company? You could have anyone at that price. Or you have a deal. Where are your lands and when should I go? You know, the middle one makes the most sense to me. You could have anyone at that price. Why me? Ah, but you would not lump yourself together with common mercenaries, would you? No, I require someone with finesse and skill as well as strength. You are ideal. You are the choice I make, and the offer stands whether you go now or not. There is no other decision that makes sense. I have no doubt your service will be exemplary. If all goes well, we shall all receive exactly what we deserve. My lands are on your map. The Windspear Hills await. Okay, I'll write that down as well here. Windspear Hills. I notice a lot of hills in the names of things. For troll slaying. Alright. Oh, to take swords against monsters of great evil. Already I feel Boo reeling in excited anticipation. Alright, so it's being marked on the map. Alright, thank you. Are you sure you're talking about your rodent there, Minsk? Not a heart attack? I've seen you get pretty excited, after all. Of course it is Boo. Boo is always happy when opportunities for heroism come. We shall crush these ogres and rangers, and hamsters everywhere shall rejoice. Well, I mean, ogres probably eat hamsters, so yes, I'm pretty sure hamsters everywhere would rejoice at the death of an ogre. Well, I've heard of this Lord Jordan Foxwine, if it's any help. He has the coin to back up his offer. He's not reputed to be the nicest noble in Amn, but then who is? I mean, nobles. I think it would be an excellent idea to get outside of the city and administer justice on such evil creatures. Tyranny is best matched with equal force. I feel like I might be cheated.
Anyone willing to hear my plea? Anyone?
Hi.
You all know me. I've helped some of you. Is this the thanks I get? I've helped lots of your kind.
Your kind, Nalia. Okay, now what? Are you for hire? As a mercenary, I mean. You look capable and hearty, like you've had formal training. Well, I mean... armor, flaming sword, general aura of righteousness. You know, that sort of thing. I might be able to help you. Calm down and tell me what's wrong. Quit your babbling and tell me what your problem is. Yes, I can probably help you, but I require ample reward for my efforts. I may be able to help you, but I need to gather a large amount of gold to rescue a friend, so I'd be interested in knowing what you offer as payment. Or, sorry, but I don't have time to speak to you right now. Let's go with the first one as being closest to the character that I've been playing. I might be able to help you. Calm down and tell me what's wrong. I should have rolled a paladin for this one. Good lord. It's all for you, Minsk. I need a strong hand to help me. My land is under siege, and none of this rabble will aid me. And after all I've done for their kind, too. Please, can you assist me? I mean, if you keep referring to them as their kind, I can understand why they don't want to help you. Who are we to be fighting, and why are they attacking your land? This rabble? Their kind? What do you mean by this? No, I don't think I can help you in this. You will have to find someone else. Or, get someone else to be your stooge. I have no interest in you. I don't really want to explore the depths of this woman's prejudice. Who are we to be fighting, and why are they attacking you? There is no time. I only hope that the attackers have not made it inside. If they have breached the inner courtyard, they will be hard to rout. I will tell you what secrets I can. Perhaps you will be able to sneak in and attack from a more vulnerable spot. I hope Father is all right. He would not leave. Should I travel with you? I've spent a few weeks slumming, and I am quite capable of opening the odd lock. I had to pick 3 just to get out of the main keep. Sweetie. I have a thief, and he seems much more honorable than you. And nicer, too. Auntie doesn't like me leaving at night, but how else can I donate to the poor and not be noticed? They have pride, too, and I really shouldn't be seen with them. You're one of those. I don't need another one. I already have Imoen. You can travel in the party with me. I'm sure you will be a useful addition. I don't think I need an extra hand right now. I will meet you there if you point the way. Or, no, I think I've changed my mind. You'll have to get someone else. I have a bad feeling about this particular mission, but the fact of the matter is, I really need the money. I don't think I need an extra hand right now. I'll meet you there if you point the way. Very well, but if you reconsider, I've always wanted to travel. Do you help other people often? I really like helping the less fortunate. I'm told they work so hard. Oh, no. I spent an entire game with Imoen. I don't need another one. No. Helping others is good. What a nice little girl you are. Would you like to see my boo? I think he approves of you, too. Minsk, you're great, but you are dense as a brick. You speak as if unaware of class distinction, and yet your manner exudes it, a sign of immaturity. Good, then, that Foxwine is sending you ahead. Oh, it would appear that Jaheira wouldn't have liked having her in the party anyway, so... I will meet you at my land. I will mark it on your map. We had best gather south of the keep so we are not spotted. Please be quick. Okay, so... meet... Nalia... south... of keep... Please be quick is not something I'm going to write down, but meet Nalia south of keep in wherever it is. Maybe it says here... I've met a young woman by the name of Nalia who is desperate to find help for her family's keep, which is under siege by a force that she has not yet explained. She has agreed... journal... how are you supposed to pronounce that? Darnus? The Darnus Keep has been evaded. Okay, so I'll just, Darnus. I suspect that's supposed to be pronounced with a French accent, but I am not going to attempt it because, yeah, I'm just not. Okay. Wait. Back to, let's see. Who's desperate to find help for her family's keep, which is under siege by a force she has not yet explained. She has agreed to tell us all if we meet her by the keep, which she has marked on our map, but we must travel there quickly if we are to be of any help at all. Okay. But there are still more named people to talk to. Surely I can talk to a few more people before I leave. Let's try Garrel here. Hey now, morning Lord's blessing, excuse me, I don't be recognizing ye. My name is Foxswine, who might you be? That's because I haven't been in the Copper Coronet for very long. That doesn't mean we can't be friends though, does it? Or, I don't recognize you, what of it? Or, I'll not associate with one who smells like he slipped into a vat of spirits. Excuse me. You know what, let's go with the second one. I haven't been in the room for very long. Doesn't mean we can't be friends. Well, I suppose that's true, it is. Now then, I wouldst be truer if you bought old Garrel a drink, You lush? Very well then, I'll buy an ale for you. Better to keep you pleased and drunk than miserable and sober. Here's 5 gold pieces, Garrel. I'm interested in hearing what's been going on around here, if you know of it. I'm afraid I can't afford to help you out, Garrel. Or I'll not add to your drunkenness. Leave me be. I can't afford to help you out, Garrel. Ah, you're a cheapskate if I ever seen one. Gah! Well, nice to say hi to you too. Hello?
I would speak with you. I need help. I need help getting...
Are you okay? Begging your pardon, ma'am. Hexite is harmless enough, but she can be a little uncoordinated. Is she all right? She can lurk over here if she likes. I could use the company. Or is there a problem here? Is she all right? Those aren't exactly the words I would use, but I'm afraid she doesn't get much better than this. How so? She's in here every night. I should throw her out, but look at her. It'd be like kicking a sick dog. Milady, are you all right? Here, take this. Give the woman whatever she wants. Or you may go now. Oh, this is a tough one. Hopefully this costs the 1 gold piece that I picked up from the table. Give the woman whatever she wants. I'll take the money, but all she ever orders is water, which in all honesty I've never seen her drink.
Treasure. There's a great treasure there in Dragomir's tomb. Graveyard. Enter from the graveyard.
That's very unusual. I'll write that down. Okay, so DRAGOMIR's tomb. Great treasure? Question mark. Enter from graveyard. Okay. Can I get you something to drink? Why don't you spend some time with me and my friends? I've got a blistering headache at the moment. Otherwise, I'd be very interested in promises of treasure from a strange, faintly distant lady I met in an inn, and would only be too glad to join you in raiding this tomb of yours. Or treasure, you say? How much treasure? There's not tonight, dear. I have a headache. Is just great. Um, can I get you something to drink?
No. I'm thirsty, but... No. I just want to go to Dragomir's tomb. It's where the graves are.
There is something very wrong going on here. I can take you there. You say there's treasure there, or, well, good luck in getting there. I can take you there?
Tomb of Dragomir? You can get me there?
We can leave right now. I can, but you don't really look like you're up for a tomb right now. Join me and my friends, build your energy up, then we can visit this tomb of yours. I could, but it'd be doing you no favors. Take my advice. Wait a while. Eat something and drink. Grow healthy. Then, when you reach the tomb, you'll be prepared. I wish you luck, milady. I can tell from listening to you that you'll need it. I don't think I have room in the party for any more people. That's the problem. I don't know what to answer. I don't know what to answer. Especially since I apparently got the time-sensitive mission to go to the Keep A. And, I just... We can leave right now? Have yourself a good night, ma'am. Your journal's be updated. I've agreed to help Hexet find the tomb of Dragomir. Her behavior and manner of speech are strange, but the possible rewards outweigh the risks. The tomb she seeks should be in the southeast part of the graveyard district. Journals be updated. I met a woman by the name of Hexet. She seemed a strange sort and needed help in reaching some place called the Tomb of Dragomir, and I've agreed to aid her for the time being. Okay. Hexet just... Oh, Hexet's in the party. Okay, what do you do?
What do you want?
Oh, I should have said, let's level up before we go. Okay, what is going on here? You have a dagger and some throwing daggers. You've got an amulet. Hexet refuses to let you examine this amulet closely, but from afar, the worn yet exotic design indicates that it originates from somewhere in Chult. Okay. And we've got some leather armor here, very basic. What have we got here? Oh, just straight up thief. Straight up unwell thief. Female human thief, neutral evil. Well, let's give off some levels here. Do I have anything extra? I mean, I have a spare sling, but I don't have very many bullets, so that's not going to be very helpful. Well, you know what? Let's give her some proficiency in scimitar because there's one is bound to show up sooner or later. And let's see. Let's nudge some find traps, I guess. And what else? What else? Well, let's nudge detect illusion as well. Let's give open locks some love, I guess. Move silently, definitely something. I still have 55 points, boy. And sure, let's give her some points in hide and shadow. Maybe not that many points in hide and shadow. There, okay. I have no idea. Okay, hopefully she won't get herself killed. Now, I was trying to talk to this guy, but I think I should save.
It's so cloudy.
Oh, no, I don't want you talking to.
Speak without hesitation.
Oh, my. I don't recall seeing your face in here before. Strangers aren't exactly welcome in these parts. Then let's not remain strangers. I am Foxwine. Isn't that odd for an inn? Strangers must come through here all the time. I have a terrible amount of coin to dispense with. I can always do so elsewhere. I'd like to see what services you have to offer. Either that or I could leave. Or I'll not stay where I'm not welcome. Excuse me. You know what? I'm going to go for the second one. Isn't that odd for an inn? No strangers? It is an odd time. Strangers can be dangerous if one is not careful. You wish something? Perhaps I could see what services you have available? I'm looking to dispose of some coin. Any ideas on how to spend it? Or I'll be on my way, thanks. What services you have available?
The copper cornet aims to please.
But you must speak to Bernard if you wish to purchase something. Then who the heck are you? Actually, who is not the right answer. What the heck are you?
Yes?
Let's see here. Tiana?
This will not take long.
You! Have you seen my husband? I know he's in here somewhere!
Oh, yes, I absolutely have him hidden up my armor, of course. You caught me out. Who, might I ask, is your husband? Yes, he just left a few minutes ago. No, I don't know where he is. Or, I don't have time to talk about such a matter. Who was your husband? Rumar, Lord Rumar. You know who I'm talking about. Everyone here knows who I'm talking about. He's meeting her here again. Rumar's around here somewhere. No one will tell me where he is, but I'll get him, and his cheap sluttern too. Rumar has it, he in the inn. You hear that, Rumar? I will get you for this. Actually, I think I saw him leave a few minutes ago. No, I don't know where he is. I don't have time for this. I think I saw him leave a few minutes ago, you know? Liar, I know he's here. There has to be somewhere I haven't looked. Rumar! Rumar, I'm coming for you! Charm! Charming! 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 Charmed. Bouncer, patron, fire pit. Alright, outside.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
You know, I gathered my party, I thought. Oh, wait, I forgot our probably undead thief.
If it must be
Time to
done.
go.
Party before venturing.
Time to go. Okay. We'll try the government plaza later. I'm going to... Whoop! That's not exactly what I wanted. I want here. Which is not far from where I am. Let's see if we can manage to exit without getting accosted. Ah, excellent. How do I leave the city? Probably the city gates. I assume that the keep that I'm supposed to be... Darnus Hold, Destiny... Yeah, that's it. Darnus Day. The Day Hold. Unreachable because we need to go to the gates, I think. I hope.
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
Oh, great. That's great. That one looks... Yeah, that's slavers. Oh, great.
Speak.
Well, actually no. This one is closest to you.
Every hamster has his day.
You go for this named person here.
Break your knee.
You go for this archer.
This is a lot more exciting than any circus.
You go for the wizard.
So this thing.
You... What is this one? You know what? You go for this named person and take her with you. And we'll just ignore this club individual for just the moment. Well, the mage went down fast.
With vengeance.
Was that supposed to be threatening? Was that supposed to be dangerous to us? I'll just be taking all of you guys' cash. And this fancy looking thing here as well.
I'm ready, I think.
You grab those. Because they look like they all go in a pile.
Yes?
I will grab the jewelry.
Armored, sharp
Minsk will grab those potions because it amuses me. Okay,
What is it?
put the jewelry in the gem pouch because that's what I've got the gem pouch for. You learn that. Definitely learn that. Learn that. And we're going to burn an identify scroll on this because it looks worth knowing. It's fancy looking. It's gotta be special. So identify that with the scroll, please. Arbane's Sword of Agility +2. One of many created in the name of the mage who first discovered how to enchant a blade in this manner. This was the weapon of the outlaw Garno, and many a cleric died at its edge. Garno became disillusioned with the gods when his family was put to torch by clerics of Lovitar and spent his life seeking revenge. Despite his focused hatred of the devout, it is thought that one of the gods of chaos had a hand in Garno's acquisition of this sword, delighting in the havoc that followed the young man. Equipped abilities are immunity to hold and paralysis. Haste once a day. Oh, okay, alright, alright. Can Minsk use this? Because Minsk gets caught in every trap going. Minsk can use it. Put that in your primary hand if you would. Let's see, what's in your secondary hand? A katana. You have a katana in that hand, and is that a +1 katana? No, it's just a regular katana. Alright. Let's switch that out for the +1 sword. Oh, I still... Who can benefit from charisma here? You know what? Me. I can benefit from charisma. I do all the talking. I don't actually know if that affects this particular edition of D&D, but it's not like I'm going to remember to use any of the charge abilities anyway, so... And you, do you recognize these arrows? Yes, you do. Excellent. That means we have slightly more than a full stack of +1 arrows. Go us. Excellent. Okay, anything else I want to claim from the ground here?
Who says what?
Yeah, Foxmine says pick up those things that need to be identified.
You need something?
Oh, and you grab the other scrolls. You're gonna have to remember to use some of these scrolls or else it's gonna get really messy.
Speak.
Okay. Where am I? Waylaid partway to the gate.
Certainly.
Alright, let's try the gate again. Hear ye, hear ye. How about not? Oh. Well,
Without doubt.
does appear to be the gate. Okay, fine, we'll talk to this guy because he has a name. Only 2 people in here have names, so...
What you want?
Oh, hello, can I help you? Actually, perhaps you can help me. Help you? Who are you and what do you mean? Or, I've no interest in speaking to you at the moment, excuse me. Who are you and what do you mean? I'm a messenger sent by the High Merchant of Trade Meat to find someone to help our town. You look like adventurers. You might be just the sort of help we need. Who is this High Merchant? What sort of trouble is the town in? What would I be expected to do? I've no time to take on this sort of adventure. You'll have to excuse me. Or, bah! More whining! Get lost! What sort of trouble is this? What would I be expected to do? The town is under attack by forest animals. The High Merchant thinks druids may be responsible, but we haven't the manpower to find them and stop it. Why would druids be attacking trade meat? I've never heard of such a thing. Who is this High Merchant you're talking about? Is there a reward? I need to gather coin to aid a friend being held captive by the cowled wizards, you see. I am not going to run around telling every Tom, Dick, and Harry about this. Where is this town? Or I don't think I can help you out right now. Excuse me. Why would druids be attacking? I've never heard of such a thing. Nobody knows why we're being attacked. We've done nothing to deserve this. We're not even positive the druids are responsible. They've never done anything like this before. Druids would not attack a town without cause, and believe me, she would know. It would be a very extreme reaction, Foxwine, and is definitely something we should investigate. The townsfolk are growing angry, however, and Lord Logan wishes to resolve this before anything unfortunate occurs. Who is this Lord Logan you speak of? Suppose I decide to help you. I need to gather coin to aid a friend being held by the cowled wizards. Is there a reward involved? Where is trade meat? Or I don't think I can help you right now. Excuse me. Who is this Lord Logan? He is Lord Logan Coprith, Mayor and High Merchant of Trade Meat. He's willing to offer a substantial reward for anyone who can help Trade Meat out of its difficulties. What is it worth? I need to save up enough coin to rescue a friend being held by the cowled wizards. What kind of difficulties are you referring to? Where is this town? Or I'm not able to help out right now. Excuse me. I am not going to go around telling everyone that I have a friend being held captive by the cowled wizards. That is the worst idea. Stop trying to get me to do that. Alright, where is this town? Here, I can show you on your map. Do you think you might be able to help us? Yes, I think I can. I've been known to deal with such things in the past. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I haven't the time right now. Excuse me. Or, no, I'm not interested. I think I can. I've been known to deal with such things in the past. Excellent. I'll send word to Lord Logan to expect you. Thank you for your assistance. Update to the world map. Okay, so what was the name of that town? It cannot be. I would sooner tear out my eyes than strike down innocent animals. Well, perhaps only one eye. But do not think me any less incensed. Thank you, Minsk. Okay, trade meat. So, trade meat being attacked by animals. Okay, I have made the note. The game is celebrating me having made the note by giving me trumpets. Okay, and I'm just gonna save. One more named person. Okay, Bandon.
Declare yourself.
Oh, no, never mind. Hold, traveler. What's your business here in Athkatla? I am a simple merchant. I deal in spices and silks. Spices? Is that a fact? Stand and deliver whilst I search you. Now, really, there is no cause for that. I think there is. Here, then, is this some of your spices? Why, yes, they are. Though, if you were to think them suspect, would a few gold and a sample turn your eye? A few gold, you say? I don't know. I think you will find my spices well worth it. It is especially difficult to acquire lotus petals of such a dark hue, almost black. Oh, black lotus! I see. I've heard things about that. You've a deal. On your way, then. Thank you very much, good sir. Okay, maybe I don't want to talk to that merchant after all. You keep going, Mr. Black Lotus dealer. Time to go. Alright, to the hold.
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
Again? Oh. 3 thugs and a mage. Alright.
Yes?
Thug for me?
You point, I punch.
A thug for Minsk?
Yes.
A thug for Jahira?
Yes?
And everybody else can gang up on the mage. How does that sound? It sounds great, doesn't it? Yes. Let's all gang up on the mage. Hold, boys! Intruders are upon us. Oh, you noticed! Kill them all, for you well know that we must leave no witnesses. Their mage is already down. I'd just like to note for the record. Help! Help me, please! Who are you? What has happened? Or, forget it, I'm not falling for that trick. Alright, who are you? What has happened? My name is Renfeld. Groan. I've been poisoned. I beg you to take me to friends. They have a building not far away from here. Please, I beg you. Where exactly is this place? Here I can attempt to heal you with magic. And what will be my reward for doing this? Very well, I will take you immediately. Or I'm not about to help you. You can die for all I care. Where exactly is this place? It is a large building, a large orange building in the southwest part of the Docks district. There will be a man guarding the door. His name is Rylock. Please, take me to him. How far out of the city am I? I can try to heal you magically if you wish. What will be my reward for helping you then? Very well, I will take you there, or forget it, I have better things to do. I can try to heal you magically. It is no use, I'm afraid. I've already attempted to neutralize the poison inside me. I do not know what is being done to me. Please, I must go to my friends. Where is this building, then? What sort of reward will I receive for doing this for you? Very well, I will take you now. Or forget it, I have better things to do than to help you. Where is this building then? Okay, so let's move on to a new page of notes. Okay, large orange building in southwest Docks district. Look for person named Rylock guarding door. Okay. This is why I keep a notebook whenever I'm playing a CRPG. It makes life a lot easier. Very well, I'll take you there. Thank you. I do not have long to live. You must take me there quickly. Take me to Rylock. Poisoned and dying, the tragedy of it sings in my skull. We must hurry and deliver this man to safe harbor, Foxwine. We've gotten his... Oh, he's already dead. Well, let's see. Was there... Oh, there was a pathetically tiny amount of gold here. Oh, but some healing potions. That's nice. Okay, you.
I'll help however I can.
Oh, you can learn a whole bunch of these. Look at that. Just take those. We're gonna learn them. We're gonna have fun with them. I'm going to forget you have them. Ghost armor. Nice. Okay. What do we have here? Ooh, chill touch. Back when it was still a spell. I love it as a cantrip. It's one of my favorite cantrips. Ghoul touch. I don't know. Why not? Okay, and what was left? Power word sleep. No. No, I think not. Defense potion. Well, you might as well take the defense potion, I guess. Potion of genius, yes. Potion of insight. Oil of speed. I don't know, take the insight, I guess. Alright. These are short swords. They may well be better than the dagger, even though they're basic. Let's see here. 1d6 for the short sword versus 1d4 for the dagger. Yeah, let's switch the dagger for a short sword. How about that? Okay.
What is it?
How far did we make it from the city? Not very far at all. Sigh.
You require my counsel, yes?
Perhaps this is a good time to tell you of something, Foxwine, seeing as you are leading us into the docks and everything. This is Shadow Thief territory, which I've had a couple of run-ins with over the past few months. They don't tend to appreciate independent operators like myself. So the last time they caught me operating in the city, I was told either to report to the head of the guild in the docks, Reynold Bloodscalp, or suffer the consequences. Oh, well, great! That's spectacular! Why not add another delay? Okay, Yoshimo must report to Reynold Bloodscalp. Sound like a nice person, a very gentle name. Seems that Reynold needs an outsider to deal with a problem and was willing to trade my punishment for the guild by the guild for a service. Failure to go to him might be a bit messy. Now, I'm pretty safe with you, I'd think, but it's up to you. If we go and see Reynold, we might be able to talk him into a reward, and it'll avoid complications later on. What do you think, Foxwine? I don't want to cause any problems here. I just wanted to bring this up, both to warn you and perhaps mention a possible opportunity for us both. Very well, perhaps we should go and talk to this Reynold. Perhaps later, we've no time for this right now. Or, I've no interest working with the Shadow Thieves, period, Yoshimo. Well, I mean, I don't really love getting mixed up with yet another Thieves Guild, but the fact of the matter is that the Shadow Thieves are in fact what released us from that prison. If they hadn't have attacked, we would never have gotten out of there. The lot of us. So... okay, so... perhaps we should go and talk to this Reynold perhaps later. We've no time for this right now. Perhaps we should go and talk to this Reynold. Whenever it's convenient. The guild headquarters is here in the docks and shouldn't be too difficult to find. I just hope they let us in without problems. Okay, let's have a look here. We are looking for southwest, so down here somewhere, down to the shipyard docks, Galvary Estate, Raic Gethrus's home, Sea's Bounty Tavern, Mayvar's Guild Hall, Cromwell's home, Temple of Ogma, Valyar's home, Previk's home, Shadow Thief Guild Hall, and exit. Okay, so what we'll do is we will go down and It's probably one of these two buildings, but I'm not sure which one. And then we'll go to the Shadow Thieves and we'll see what's up. So we want to go this way.
Without hesitation.
And we're going to try to not talk to too many extra people on the way. Then again, who are you? You're a thug. You're just a random thug. Alright.
I'll hurt you if I have to.
You're multiple random thugs. Thank you for your contributions to the Rescue My Friend Fund. Anything really worthwhile here? Not really.
What can I do? I'll do
You can come over here. Oh, yeah, that's a scroll you can learn. Thank you. Burning Hands. Not one that I use frequently.
Where shall I display my
Yoshimo also you don't sound so enthusiastic. Actually, come to think of it, this is studded leather. Here, you have some studded leather instead of the regular leather.
Yes? This will not take long.
I suspect you're going to leave me as soon as we finish with the graveyard, so I'm not going to give you anything spectacular that I have. Okay, this place looks kind of orange. There's nobody here, though. It's a pity I can't see colors when I'm paused. This place is not orange. This place is kind of orange, though. Okay, let's try that place. And hopefully not get waylaid in the street again. Rylock. Oh, you're lucky I'm a good person. Alright, let's save. Yes, is there something? Renfield by Timora. Thank you for bringing him to us. We were beginning to worry. It is not a problem. Glad to be of service. I was rather hoping for a reward for this good deed. Tell me, who are you? What manner of place is this? He has been poisoned somehow, but he said magic was not able to cure it. He seemed desperate to find you. You know what? I'm gonna go with that last one. Poisoned? By the gods, thank you. I must bring him inside immediately. Here is some coin for your trouble. I thank you again, friend. We will never know the answer, but look at that. He gave us 14,550 gold. No, that's experience. Darn it! That's experience. I thought that was gold. We only got 300 gold about that. Alright, so, whoop! I keep trying to use WASD to move.
I must rest soon. I am weak when I am tired.
You there, unwashed one. I would have a word with you. Excuse you? I was wondering when you would turn up, Zent. I had suspected our parting would not be permanent when last we met, and it appears my suspicions were correct. Hi? What is going on? I am not here to address you, heartless Harper wench. I'm here to appeal to your erstwhile companion, Foxwine. An appeal? What do you want? Perhaps you don't remember the last time we met. Or, as I recall, Czar, you're supposed to be dead. I don't remember this person at all. I'm at a complete loss here. Am I supposed to know who this is? I don't know. I didn't write down their name, whoever they are. I'm bad at remembering a lot of names. That's why I write so many notes. Perhaps you don't remember the last time we met. I remember working with someone rather inept who resembled you. If Monty were here, he would certainly be able to remind me. No matter. I saw you dealing with those Harpers, but it is obvious you are not a Harper yourself. You would be willing then to render me a service regarding them. No, I'm not actually, but it's nice of you to make assumptions. What Harpers? What are you talking about? The Harpers you delivered the poisoned man to. Or were you too idiotic to know they were Harpers? I require your inadequate services for a job. I don't want to do a job for you. Be wary, Foxwine. The Harpers will not brook interference lightly, and this Zent looks likely holds only the worst intentions in his heart. I agree, Jaheira. I don't want to do anything for him. Yes, I'm not asking you to walk in and slaughter them now, am I? Tempting as that may be, I am not such a blundering fool as your friends might suppose. I don't feel like it's in my best interest to go against the Harpers, sir. Exactly what is it you want me to do, then? I'm not about to risk crossing the Harpers, regardless of your assurances. Or I've no interest in doing anything for you, Czar. You know what? Let's go with the second one. I'm not about to risk crossing the Harpers, regardless of your assurances. I'm not asking you to kill anyone. Bah! A simple mission of mercy, and you cannot find it within your heart to perform this task? Where is your compassion? Very well, then. What exactly is it you wish me to do? Same place yours is, I suspect. I'll not be duped into doing anything against the Harpers. So long. It's definitely the second one. I don't want to do a thing for this guy. I'll not be duped into helping you. You seem evil. Bah, dealing with gutless, whining whelps is excruciating. When you gather enough courage to take up my offer, I shall be here. I'll never take up your offer. I may never return here again. Goodbye. I'm going to go talk to the thieves because they seem nicer than you. Aye now, you there. You a friend of Galen's? Me boss says you're welcome to enter if he likes. Oh, so we're friends now. Sure. That is exactly what I wanted to do. Oh. Hi. You, bow, worm, and pray that Cyric allows you to become one of his holy worshippers. Cast aside whatever false god you pray to, and embrace the Prince of Lies and all his majesty. I regret overshooting the door now. I regret overshooting the door so much. I'll not convert to Cyric's worship, or do anything else you ask. Very well, I will become one of Cyric's servants. What if I'm already one of the faithful? You preach to the choir, my dark friend. I mean, Cyric is the god that murdered my father, ? And while the alignment of my father still remains very much up in the air and a question, I feel like it's not really the best idea to be drawing Cyric's attention to myself personally, given the backstory. I'll not be converting to Cyric, thank you. Then suffer cruelly as one of Cyric's chosen victims. Dude. There are 6 of us. Alright. Good night. Forever.
You will fall on my head.
A bit of gold. A ring. Oh, right. Put the jewelry in the bag. Didn't I pick up some other jewelry? Who got that? I have got to use some of these scrolls. You got the jewelry. Why and how did you get the jewelry? You might as well take the potions of healing. I hate giving you the heavy ones, but eh. Well, that was a whole lot of stuff. In we go. Hi, wow. Is it like pick a door, any door? Do we talk to this Sidge person?
Good to see a like-minded.
Aye, can I help you? What is this place? Who are you? Or, never mind, I'll be going. Who are you? If you have to ask, you sure haven't been here long. I be Sidge, one of the good fellows here in the Shadow Thieves. The Shadow Thieves? You admit to being a thieves? To being a thief? Being a thieves. The Shadow Thieves? Where am I? Or, I see. Well, I'll be moving on, Sidge. Shadow Thieves? Am I in the right place? This place? Well, the guards let you in, so you must belong here. This is the guild hall for the Shadow Thieves. Let me bid you welcome, friend. I don't think I belong here. I don't know why the guard let me in. Who are you? Or I'll be leaving now. No, actually, this is exactly where I wanted to be. I just wanted to know if you knew where the boss was so I could talk to him so you guys don't slit the throat of my new friend. But, apparently that's not a thing, so I'll be going now. As you wish. Watch your belt pouch while you're at it. Just a word of friendly advice. Well, we're gonna try this door over here. Are you the boss man? No, you're just a thief. You're a regular thief. Ooh, hidden door. Locked hidden door. Huh. Yoshimo? The mechanism that operates this does not have a conventional lock and may be warded against simple spells. Good to know. Thank you.
If it must be done.
Okay, well, that way definitely did not offer what I wanted. I'm not going to be going through all this stuff. Oh, this looks more promising. Upstairs? Okay, more thieves. Reynold!
Yes, I'm still here.
My, if it isn't the freelancer Yoshimo, come to see me at last. I had nearly thought that the streets had opened up and swallowed you whole, dear lad. Oh, friendly. We're going the friendly route, I see. Okay. I am so pleased that you gave any thought at all to my well-being, sire. It is always good to be remembered by one's peers. Well now, that would imply you were one of my peers, as opposed to a ragtag independent infringing on our territory. You are just too much, Yoshi. Yoshimo, if you please, sire. Where I come from, such a pet name is only used by, well, let us say that you and I have not become so familiar just yet, Point taken. Have you finally come to pay your debt for your recent activities, or are we to simply trade barbs until I am forced to do something hideous? I have come as you commanded, sire. You have a task for me? I thought I did, but it appears you have done something better. Your traveling companion is of interest, and you have brought her before me. My thanks. You will not endanger her, sire. It would be a poor treatment of my honor if my companion was brought to danger because of my debt. No, nothing like that, I assure you. Now, let me speak to your companion for a moment. Well, glad to discharge your debt there, Yoshimo. This had better not come back to bite me.
You'll have to excuse me if you're not quite what I was expecting. From all I've been told, I expected something grander.
I like to fly under the radar. Also, that bastard wizard stole all my really good stuff. What exactly have you been told of me? I was expecting more from the leader of the Shadow Thieves myself. What is it that you want from me? Or I'll not stand here and be insulted. You know what? What exactly have you been told of me? I'm curious how far the stories have gotten. Oh, I've been told many tales of your exploits, some bits of your activities here in Athkatla as well as further north. You must understand, naturally, that an organization like mine thrives on information above all else. He who is ignorant quickly becomes a target and all that. I see. What is it then that you wish of me? Who exactly are you? You are the leader of the Shadow Thieves, I presume. Or that's all very interesting, but I must be on my way now. Just leaving. You're the leader of the Shadow Thieves, I presume? My name is Rennell, as I'm sure you've been told. Rennell Bloodscalp, a little nickname I've earned over time. Rather grisly, but it keeps the fearful in line. As an aside, I am not the leader of the Shadow Thieves as you perhaps mean, but I lead enough that it makes no difference to you. But that is irrelevant. You know what? I can't say that word even when I try, apparently. I would be interested to know what you've been told about me. What is it you wish of me, then? Well, you don't impress me in the slightest. Or, true enough, I'll be leaving now. What is it that you wish of me? Right to the point, eh? Refreshing. I am sick of underlings who shift from foot to foot. I find a bit of directness to be a nice change. Well, you know what? Deal with fewer thieves and you'll get more directness. Just a little bit of advice for you. To be short, Galen recommended you, and I trust his word. I'm in need of mercenaries to perform a particular task, and you are just the one to do it. Why would you need me? Why not get one of your thieves to do it? What kind of payment would I be looking at for this task? What sort of work are you talking about? Or I have no interest in working for the Shadow Thieves. Excuse me. You know what? Why would you need me? A fair question. Any of my available assassins or thieves are quite capable, and on a normal day I would not consider it necessary to look beyond my guild. I sense a but. I sense a big, stinking but. In this one instance, however, my men are limited. There it is. There it is. I need someone of skill who is not one of the Shadow Thieves, someone more or less unknown to us. This is exactly the same spiel as the other Thieves Guild gave me in Baldur's Gate 1. Someone I trust, like yourself. Why, what is it exactly that you would have me do? I see, and what would I be paid for performing such a service for you? Very well, I have heard enough. I agree to perform this service for you. Or, well, you believe wrong. I've no interest in doing this. What exactly would you be asking?
Yes, the details. How shall I put this? One of my guild houses to the south is run by a rather ambitious fellow named Mavar. Good thief, but I never liked him.
Okay, we're gonna start notes from here. South Guild House of Shadow Thieves. And run by Mavar. All right. Okay, and I can actually cross off the Yoshimo must report over here or get murdered. All right. Good thief, but I never liked him. Now I know why. I've had some hints that he's getting too big for himself. Thinking of taking my place, I suspect, but I have had no real evidence to say that this is so. Now, you're likely thinking, why not just eliminate him? Yes, I suppose I could. But without proof of betrayal, this would anger the other guildmasters, and then I'd have a war on my hands, and, well, just let it lie that I don't want that. Do not make us laugh, Thief Master. We have heard of your guild war. You would not approach outsiders if your own house were strong and solid. So, where was I? Oh yes, your part in this. I would like you to go to Mavar and join his guild. I will give you papers saying you are being transferred by the Shadow Master. You will spy on Mavar from the inside and find me the evidence that I need. Once he is damned with proof, you can take care of this nuisance and eliminate Mavar. One less headache for a busy man such as myself to be concerned with. You'll need to reassure Mavar, naturally. He won't know who you are, but I am confident that you are more than capable of this. What say you? Interested? This is a weird one. Why don't you send one of your own men to do this? What kind of reward would I be looking at for this? Very well, I'll do as you ask. Or no, I'm not interested in working for you. He doesn't trust his own men enough to do this. I think Jahir is right that his house is less stable than he would like us to believe. Or at least his position in the house is less stable than he would like to believe. Admittedly, he's having this conversation right in front of a bunch of them, so, I suspect if I ask why he doesn't send one of his own men, I'm just going to get the same answer as before again. There's this person just sitting here all alone. What kind of reward would I be looking at for this? You are interested in acquiring more than the simple goodwill of the Shadow Thieves, I see. I do not blame you. I would feel the same way. Working for Mavar will give you plenty of rewards on its own, and I have no qualms about adding a healthy dose of gold on top of that. Does that satisfy? I'll do it. Excellent. I knew this would work out for the best. You remind me a bit of myself when I first arrived here. That does not fill me with confidence. In case you are wondering, Yoshimo, this will ease your freelance activity debts. So long as you help Foxwine, they will be overlooked. For now. You are too good to me, sire. The first part that needs to be taken care of, naturally, is finding the evidence on Mavar. Here are the papers you need to present to Mavar's men to gain access. I'm sure I don't have to tell you to be careful, do I? No, I don't think so. Just head to the storefront in the central docks area and speak to the storekeeper, Gorch. Show the papers to him, and he'll let you in the guild house proper. Okay, so, central docks. Show papers to Gorch. What a terrible name, that poor person. Okay. Work for Mavar as long as it takes to collect your evidence, and bring whatever you can find to me. I'll be waiting to receive it most eagerly. We do the biddings of thieves now? This churns my belly like a hamster running endlessly within a wheel. This can't be a good sign, Foxwine. This is an excellent opportunity, Foxwine, for us all. Remember, though, that you must act as a loyal guild member at all times, or our cover will be destroyed. I mean, I kind of agree with Minsk. This does not give me the best feeling. Who are you? You're just standing alone in a room. Okay, fine, whatever.
Certainly.
Okay, attempt number, is this 2 or 3 to get to the estate? Okay, let's go out a different gate that we arrived by, just because. Let's let everybody catch up. Okay, let's save. And actually, let's switch Yoshimo and the new girl.
Speak.
And Is this not the way out? Alright, let's go. Oh, for crying out loud! What the heck is this? Can we not go 5 steps without getting attacked?
Yes?
Alright, well, this one's closest, I guess.
Swords, not words!
Minsk, go keep Yoshimo from getting pulverized, please.
I am ready.
Jahira, you assist with that, I guess? Oh, it's another slaver, of course.
This is a lot more exciting than any circus.
I will figure out what you're doing in a hot minute. Yoshimo... I don't know, shoot this one because it's furthest away, I guess. And you, just stab that one, and you... I don't know, go for that one as well. Well, that was a bunch of spells that may not have needed to be cast, but okay. We good. We good. And they had a decent amount of gold on them, which is very important to me. Grab that. Grab that. Whoop, wrong one. Okay, we're going to learn some True Sight. Look at that, I've nearly doubled my gold since the last time I paid attention to what the number was.
I am ready.
Grab those and those. Oh, more gold.
What is it?
Grab the necklace. Put the jewelry in the pouch.
Speak.
Oh, wait.
What do you need?
Yoshimo. Yep, more arrows +1. Excellent. What is this? Oh, the letter of transfer. Yoshimo got it?
Yes.
Well, okay. You know what? We should... May not rest at this time. Spectacular. Alright.
Quickly and precisely.
I actually got more than 4 hours outside of the city. It's a miracle. Can I rest now? That's a very nice tent and campfire. I like it. And look at that. We didn't even get attacked.
It is nice to have a woman in charge for a change. Men always steal the blankets.
Okay. I will take that at face value. I will not run away with that, giggling pervertedly. I will control myself just this once. You slept well then? And what do you know of men? Women can steal the blankets too, you know. Or men will steal more than the blankets if you let them, sister. You slept well then? I had a dream that I had wings again and was resting my head on the cloudy peaks of home. Oh, Foxwine, it was just beautiful. That's very... What? Why would you do that?
What is it? Without hesitation.
Oh, this is a very large map. Well, there's absolutely no way that we can be any more south of wherever the keep actually is. So we'll just cruise around in an S-bend until we find the lady who's pretending not to be a lady. Huh. What is this? Guards. Were we supposed to meet? Hold on a moment. Where are we? Meters south of the keep. So why are there keep guards as far south as you can get? Hi.
There you are. I've been waiting positively ages for you.
A day and a half. I did a little scouting around, and the outer walls have been breached. That means they are inside, and we'll have a tough time getting them out. I think it's about time you told me just who we are to fight. Enough stalling. I need to know who we are fighting, and I need to know now. Or I can stumble no further, blind as I am. I must know who we are up against. I think it's about time you told me who we are fighting. Yes, I should have told you previously, but others refused to help when they found out. We are beset by trolls, a vast number of them. Worse yet, there are some kind of snake creatures with them. I had never seen the like of them before, but I've been sheltered most of my life. The main assault began just a few nights ago. I think they were driven from the north by the elves, or perhaps the new settlements south of Tithir. They are nasty, right? I know trolls can only be permanently killed by fire or acid, but those snake things look even meaner. Why would they come here? I don't know, nice keep in the forest? Guarded by just plain old humans without fire? Whatever the reason, they are here. I am sorry, but I don't know numbers or tactics. I only know that we must get rid of them. We must rescue my family. That is all. We need more information. If we march through the front door, it will be a slaughter. We don't know how many they have, how smart they are, or even if there is anyone left alive to rescue. Or, I don't think this is what I signed on for. You'll have to get someone else to help. I don't have a lot of confidence against trolls, but I do have a fireball scroll. We need more information. If we march through the front door, it will be a slaughter. Well, I've been thinking, and I'm pretty sure they would have left someone alive. Daleson, he would be tending the stable. You should try to reach him. You don't have to go through the front lines. Approach north of the palisade. There's a secret door that allows entry along the base of the keep wall. I use it to occasionally sneak out when my parents aren't looking. They don't much like me interacting with the local peasants, but I can do so much for them. You can go on your own, but I'm still willing to join. I know the keep well, and I can take to a shadow as quickly as nobles to wine. I studied a bit of magery, too. I'm sorry, my party is full. I've practiced. I'm going to be someone that gives to the poor and takes from the rich, I am. We've got lots to spare, and it's fun, too. Then I welcome you into the group. Let's go. No, I prefer to keep you out of harm's way. I will return shortly. Wait here. Or, not a chance in all the hells. I am more than capable of doing this without you. Let's go with the slightly less mean option. I prefer to keep you out of harm's way. Very well, I shall wait here. Tell Daleson I sent you, or he may not trust you. And who could blame him? Nobody goes out of their way to help his kind. But I will. See, this is why I don't want to adventure with you. This is why I don't want to adventure with you. You classist. Okay, so, you know what? Let's have a word with Captain Arat. Maybe the captain has some more intel. I know. So you're the woman whom Mistress Nally has brought to help us, eh? Well, you've got your work cut out for you, sure enough. And just who might you be? Why, what exactly happened here at the keep? Do you know how I might get access to the keep? Or, well, I'll be going then. Why? What exactly happened here? Has Mistress Nalia not told you? We were beset by trolls in Yon Ti 10 days ago. Had tunneling beasts with them, so we were attacked from above and below. See, there we go. Yuan-ti. Snake things. Why are they cooperating? 'Twas little that could be done, truly enough. We fought room to room, barricading ourselves in when need be. To the last man we fought, practically. Once Lord Day disappeared, it was hopeless. I tried to find him, but there was naught to be done. Leading what few soldiers remained out was battle enough. The trolls and those Yuan-ti have shut the keep up tight. I'm hoping they will merely demand ransom for our lord, but my hope has been quickly dwindling. If you can do as Mistress Nalia asks and rid the castle of the vermin, we'd be mighty grateful, as would Lord Day, if he still lives within. Yes, I know I'm not saying the name, but I'm tired of trying. I tire easily with these sort of things. Who might you be that you are leading these men? Do you know how I might gain access to the keep? Or, well, I'll be on my way. Who might you be that you're leading these men? I am Captain Arat, garrison commander under Lord Darnitz. Yes, how are you supposed to pronounce that? Lord Day, until the trolls drove us out. Those you see here are all that survived. Mistress Nalia may be all the family has left. I tried to find Lord Day and his sister, but I could not. Nalia may be the last. Okay, can you tell me what exactly happened here? Do you know how I might gain access to the keep? Why? What will happen if Nalia dies? Or, well, I'll be on my way. What will happen if Nalia dies? Then the land will fall to the family Rowanall. Despite her objections, the Mistress Nalia is betrothed to a Rowanall, and they will use that to lay claim. I've no wish to work for them, however. They be a family of a distinctly cruel bent. I could not take it after serving an honorable man for so many years. All right, how do I gain access to the keep? Nalia has told you of the secret entrance, has she not? 'Tis to the north of the palisade here, hidden in the wall of the keep behind some bushes. Lord Day knows of it. I've been watching to see if he escapes and uses it to flee, but I've not enough men here to attempt any kind of rescue. The trolls and Yuan-ti have shut up the gate. The secret entrance is the only way in. Best be careful. If they know about it, there'll be no end of trouble for you. All right, I'll be on my way. If you enter the castle, there is one way that my men and I can assist you. If you lower the drawbridge from inside, we can draw out the enemy and engage them. The deeper you get within the keep, the more trolls and Yuan-ti you'll find. Open the bridge and we will engage them. It may be your only chance. That will give you the time to search for Lord Day and Lady Delicia. I suggest you get to the courtyard and open the drawbridge as soon as possible. It's an offer, anyway. I dislike the idea of sitting out here while someone else goes within and takes all the risks, but you are free to do as you wish. Just be sure you've acid or fire at your disposal. Trolls will not fall to anything else. May the gods go with you. Take these arrows. They might help. Did you just give me some fire arrows? Please say you just gave me some fire arrows. Who knows? Can you identify these? Yes, you can. Okay. We've got 20 fire arrows and
You need something?
yeah, I need to look at your lists. What have we got? Let's see. Color spray, identify, magic missile, protection from evil, blur, detect invisibility, acid arrow. Jorg, hello! I did do the circus. The circus was the first thing that I did tonight. I have escaped from the circus, and now I'm assaulting a keep that has been taken over by trolls and Yuan-ti. Run by a family whose name I cannot pronounce properly because nobody has said it to me. I may not have the right spells to go into this. And I don't have time to change them. Oh, I hated it. I hated every moment of it, Jorg. I absolutely hated every moment of it. Yeah, I definitely don't have fire spells equipped, so this is going to be so much fun for everybody. If I'd known that it was trolls and stuff, I would have switched my spells before I had that long rest. But I didn't know. So now I got nothing. I have a wand of fire. I have an acid arrow. I have one fireball scroll. One burning hand scroll. Some magic missile. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be real bad. Well.
Speak. This will not take long.
The only thing that might save us is the fact that I have a flaming sword. Thing about the troll, as long as you deal 1 acid or 1 fire damage when they are knocked down, they will permadie. Yes, that's the thing. It's just I don't have a lot of acid or fire damage available to me right now. So I have concerns. Obviously, this is not the way to the secret passage. Where the heck's this secret passage? It's supposed to be like right up here behind some bushes. Is this not far enough? This is probably not far enough. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yes, yes, we do have 1 flaming sword, so as long as we don't encounter large groups, this may well be possible.
If it must be done.
Of course it's locked. Why would it be anything other than locked? Your council and your lockpicks. Okay.
Yes? It will be done.
So yeah, given that we have some fire damage but not a massive amount, my best bet is to follow the idea of the getting to the front courtyard. And lowering the drawbridge. And then stuff like this happens. Servant and a there. Oh, there. Well, let's beat on a troll.
I won't let my friends be hurt.
No, please don't punish me anymore. Well, I'm not going to attack that. Oh no, there goes the servant. Okay, enough.
Speak.
I'm sorry that we couldn't save the servant, but...
Direct me as you will.
Yeah, I'll take that ring. That one's locked. Why am I doing this with my...
Be careful. I'm sure all manner of stupid mousetraps await our toes in the dark.
Yoshimo's right. I should not be doing this myself. I should be letting Yoshimo do it.
Yes? In Bearvan's name, it shall be done.
Take thou these bullets. And those bullets. And that. Alright. Learn that. Bullet plus 2. Bullet plus 1. I'm not 100% certain which way to go.
My skill and expertise. I can dance on the head of a pin as well.
Take that. These are all crossbow bolts. How sad. Have you found a scroll case? Yeah, I have not found a scroll case. I have been lucky enough to find a gem pouch.
Yes?
Which reminds me, let's put the ring in the gem pouch. But I have not been lucky enough to find a scroll case yet. And besides which, my money is quite a bit lower than it was in Baldur's Gate 1. Where does this go? Hi?
I have nothing you wish.
Oh, this is Daleson. What, and who might you be then? Come round the back way, did ye? I suppose ye must have. Nothing but trolls and snakes the front way. What are you doing in here, then? Fear not, I have come to rescue you. I've come to get you fool peasants out of here before you get killed. I'm here to rout those trolls and snakes. I'll teach them to pillage poor commoners. Or perhaps I'll take this place for myself, right out from under those trolls and snakes. Irenica stole all my gold, all of my best equipment, and my friend. And quite frankly, like, well, I'm probably going to get nice equipment and gold back again by just playing through this. I'm not entirely certain I'm ever going to get my friend back, under the circumstances. She didn't really seem herself, I'm saying. Well, I feel like a fool, but let's go with the fear not, I've come to rescue you, because all the others are kind of insulting. You rescue me? I ain't nobody, even the trolls know that, so they left me to tend the animals, because I ain't no threat. Did Miss Nalia send you? She doesn't want any more people to die, and she hired me to make sure of it. What if she did? I still don't care for you, I'm just in it for the gold. Or, never heard of her. I heard of this place being attacked and thought I'd take a look. She doesn't want any more people to die, and she hired me to make sure of it. If you are here at her request, then you might at least mean well, though we shall see if you actually accomplish anything. Miss Nalia is a caring noble, but she's still a noble by any measure. You know, I noticed. I'd really noticed. No offense meant, but are you here to really help, or are you here to say how much someone should help? Miss Nalia is a bit more talk than action sometimes. I'm here to help, but I need information about the trolls, numbers and such. I will do my best. How many people are still alive around here? Are they hiding? Or what do you mean by that? She sure seems to care about what happens to you. I'm here to help, but I need information about the trolls. Give me numbers. Maybe 30. There was a big troll that seemed to be in charge. I've kept out of sight, but I also heard him bossing something called a Yuan-Ti. I don't know how many of those there are. And how many of your fellows have survived so far? What were you saying about Nalia? All right then, I'll be off to do my dirty work. Try to keep out of harm's way. I've all I need from you. How about you start running and we see how far you get? How many of your fellows have survived so far? I don't know. I've seen a few make a break for it, but they were killed as they ran. Maybe a few are hidden here or there. I know Lord Day is still alive. At least he was this morning. He was trying to get the parts for his flail. He kept it in pieces and would never say why he left it like that. Wasn't my place to ask, really. Probably took him down to the dungeon. Lord Day had his dungeon boarded up, but I think them trolls sniffed it out. Don't know why they didn't just kill everyone. Oh, this sounds like a power grab of some sort. Feels plotted. This does. How many trolls did you think were here? What was that about Nalia? All right then, I'll be off to do my dirty work. Try to keep out of harm's way. I've all I need from you. How about you start running and we see how far you get? Oh, well, I'm off to do my dirty work. Try to keep out of harm's way. I'll just be staying right here, thanks all the same. They ain't bothered to come get me yet, and if you go out there making trouble, I think this is the safest place for me. If you do see Miss Nalia, let her tag along. She knows this place better than anyone, or at least thinks she does. One's as good as the other sometimes, and it's better than going blind. Well, I don't have space for her in my party, and I really don't want her attitude, so... Oh, there was something else as well. I don't know if it will help, but I'd best tell you anyway. The big troll, he's got a whole pack of nasty-looking monsters that dig like mad. Yeah, she's the very definition of means well. But, yeah. I had to feed him, and nothing gets between them and their food. Abandoned their post for the dog stew I made. Had to kill 4 dogs per meal. Disgusting. They guard the main room of the dungeon, but they feed in one of the cells, to the south down the hall, in the back of the room where they first broke in. Just wanted to warn you about them. They almost killed me, and all I was doing was dropping their food in the cell. Nothing keeps them from their food. There's gotta be some way of using that. Brewing monsters will ignore anything for food. Okay. Thank you, Dalson. I'll be on my way now. Good luck to you. I hope this all works out. Be hard finding another place as comfortable as this. Remember to use fire on the trolls when they fall down. Otherwise, they'll get up again. Alright. I'd just like to have a look in this room that you came from, Dalson. If you just step out of the way. Thank you. There could be something useful. I was wrong. Wait, I wasn't wrong. Yoshimo. There's more fire arrows in here, Yoshimo. Let's try the other one. More fire arrows. And more bullets. Okay, now we have a respectable number of fire arrows. I feel a lot better. Wait, you saw acid arrows in there as well? Hold on a moment. Okay, there were just bolts in here. Was it in the other one? Oh, you're right. Those might be acid arrows. Oh, yep, so they are acid arrows +1, no less. Okay. We might be able to pull something off here.
Speak.
Now the question is, how do I get to the front courtyard from
Without
here?
doubt.
It can't be that far. This has an outdoorsy sort of look to it, maybe. No, wait, that's the Grand Hall. Can we just sort of scooch over here? Trapped chest, interesting, okay.
So this way?
Yoshimo, I'm trusting you.
This land is fine. But
What?
I wish I could show Boo the fields of Rashomon. We could run free through the snow. Though Boo would look some kind of funny in the drift, I tell you this.
Boo's a hamster. You get a hamster that cold, they're gonna hibernate. It would be adorable, though.
You are from Rashomon? I had thought such a land was the stuff of fable.
Says the winged elf. No, it is real as Minsk, though even larger. It lies far in the direction of the sun at morning. But it has been long since I left it. Why would you ever travel so far from home? I was torn from mine and had no choice. I was on my Djemma, a journey to prove my manhood. Oh, we were a pair, me and my witch. I was to watch over Dynahair and bring her home in safety. Yeah, please stop poking your own wounds, Minsk, please. I can't actually stop it when it's you doing it to yourself. Oh, Boo, I can never return to Rashomon. I am proven unworthy. I am no man, and you are no hamster. We are lost. Oh, the sorrow. Oh, don't cry. You and Boo have fought bravely. Who could count the foes you've vanquished? Dynahair would be proud of you. You have been good friends, you and Foxwine. Minsk would ask something. Will you be my witch, Aerie? Boo and I are nothing without a witch. If you will be my guardian, Minsk, I shall be your witch. Your Djemma has not been for nothing, and Dynahair's death shall not go unavenged. Aerie and Minsk have wholesome banter. They do! My goodness, I'm so glad. My sword, my soul, my hamster, all of these I pledge to Aerie, my witch. Hear that, evil? Minsk has a new witch! Woe is to you! Yes, I know the 2 isn't in there, but I'm going to say it anyway. And while they were having that conversation, Yoshimo was just like, let me just get this. Alright, I will take that. I will take that. I don't know what to do with that, but I've got it. Do kind of wish Dynahair made it to Baldur's Gate 2. I liked having the Invocation Wizard. I suppose. I mean, I liked having Dynamic Hair's abilities along, but I have to admit that her personality was not really entirely to my liking.
Yes?
She was kind of snotty when it comes down to it.
Quickly and precisely.
Oh, this looks courtyardy. Most of Baldur's Gate 1 was companions were kind of dull and not very developed. Yeah. Rover, Rex, and Sparky. Except for a few like Alora and Edwin, companions that I never actually used.
Without hesitation.
not sure if I want to attempt to pronounce that. I suspect that the reason that we were given this dialogue was that so we would kill the dogs in order to draw them. But, I'm not sure if that's something I actually want to do. The dogs have names, and they're dogs. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Okay, so if we gang up on them, it's much better. Let's see. This does look like the front courtyard. How the heck do I lower the gate? Open the gate and lower the drawbridge. Do I have to go up? I think I gotta go up. I think I gotta go up somehow. Also, look at me. I didn't kill the dogs. Even though the game tried to convince me that I should. What is this here? That's a troll. Okay.
Fall, creature, and feed the earth.
That's not right.
Okay. Flaming sword for the win. Ah, this looks very promising indeed. Is it all the way down, or is it only part of the way down? I can't tell. You. Oh wait, no, you're very delicate. It should be only okay.
Yoshimo is willing.
No, that went back up. That must be down.
What is it?
This will not take long.
Is there another one or something? Wait, I wanted to go further along the top of the wall, guys. Guys? Oh, I can't continue going that way. That's great. Okay. That's up. That is as far down as that lever is going to get it. Is that troll still down? Yes, okay. Another troll? It's nice of them to only give me one troll at a time. It's very kind of the game. Oh wait, no. It was down. The guards are in. We're gonna go after this Greater Yuan Ti instead.
Oh, muzzle. You will fall by my hand.
Okay, the guard guys are in here, so I know I need to go down. Hi.
There is no time.
Hey, citizen.
I've done what I can. The rest is up to you, Foxwine. Oh, thank you. You seem a bit injured. You okay? Okay, fine. We'll go and take care of the troll down here.
There is no
The multiple
time.
trolls down here.
I'll hurt you if I have to.
Ah. Ah. Ah.
Who is it doing the very... oh, it's you. Are you okay? Wait, Minsk is doing acid damage? How? Not that I'm upset, but I didn't set that up. What the? Ice troll.
I'll hurt you if I have to.
Well, except for the looting opportunities, this does not seem like the best, well, Yoshi...
You're right behind me, right?
Yes, always. Bolts. Regular bullets. Regular arrows. Gold. Locked. Gold, jewelry. Scrolls?
I'll help however I can. All right.
Oh. Breach. Okay. Thank you.
Speak. It will be done.
Okay, that is the bathroom. Oh, gross. Yoshimo.
My counsel, yes? Very well.
Yeah, I feel about as enthusiastic as you do about that. Although somebody was keeping a very shiny rock in there, so...
Yes? Certainly.
Okay. I have my doubts that this is a way down either, but we owe it to ourselves to have a look.
Where shall I display my skill in your cutter?
I will take that gold, sure, why not?
What is it? Without doubt.
Servant? Oh yeah, that servant's gonna die. Okay, so this is a way up, which is probably not the right way, but I think up is where the boss is, whereas down is where the lord that I'm supposed to rescue is. So let's see if there's any doors back here. Or stairs. Stairs would also be good. I have absolutely no idea how Minsk is doing acid damage, but oh, that's Dalson. Okay. That's a locked door. Alright. I'm not gonna bother unlocking that. Even though it would give me more. Yeah, Daleson's fine. Nobody's attacking Dalson. Also locked. Okay, we'll use the secret door. Oh, Yoshimo, have I got a job for you? Wait a minute. What is this? Hold on. This hidden forge seems to work by the mind's will alone. Its magic is such that it will fix the flail of ages merely by your wishing it to do so. The forge has a handle with several chains attached. You shall have to find the heads of the flail and bring them to the forge. Okay, I will make a note here. Find flail heads. Bring to forge. Obviously, this is a thing that we're supposed to be doing. Okay, back to the box. Ooh, that ring looks shiny. Flame Dancer ring. Oh, it just looks pretty. Okay. Off that goes into the gem pouch. And
Speak. I'm listening.
What's going on in here? Yoshimo, have some fun with this. What do we have here? Ring, gold. Hey, and a cold flail head. Handy. How
Yes?
did it say how many heads that the flail had? No, just several. I suspect I'm gonna have to bring all the heads at once.
Quickly
So I just gotta find all the heads. And then give head to the forge. Alright. Oh, wait. Everybody move away from there. Oh, you can add them progressively? Oh, that's good. I prefer not having to carry them all around. Too far away to use that. Yoshimo, just come and stand over here. Yes, like that. Place part of the flail on the forge, and the work begins. The hammer begins to pound as invisible forces bring up a chain to attach to the metal ball. A short time later, the flail is ready. Okay, so we've gained a flail of ages +1.
What is it?
So we just need to find more heads.
Without hesitation.
Because frankly, in this situation, a cold head is not going to help at all.
You need. I am skilled in avoidance.
I want you to unlock this door, please. Oh, is everybody standing in your way? Everybody's standing in your way, aren't they?
You require my counsel, yes?
Unlock.
You're right behind me, right?
Mechanism that operates this does not have a conventional lock and may be warded against simple spells. Spectacular. Okay.
If it must be done.
Okay, so I haven't found a way down. I have found a way up. So I guess I'm gonna have to go up. Unless there were more doors in the courtyard now that I think about it. Let's try more doors in the courtyard. I am running a little bit long because I'm trying to remember a whole bunch of stuff at once. Yes, gather. It's so nice that they kept the same dude to, you know, yell at you when you do, you know. Like, I remember that there was a door up here. Going up again. Well, it's a ballista? Or a catapult? It's a catapult. This catapult looks as if it has seen recent use, but is now battered beyond repair. You changed your schedule? Yes, I have changed my schedule. I run the Baldur's Gate, the Sunday RPG streams from 9 p.m. Eastern Time to midnight Eastern Time.
I think it's silly, but at least in the daytime you can see what's coming.
So I have made it so that I'm streaming for an extra hour. This is partially because, you know, I did spend so many weeks streaming Baldur's Gate 1. And Baldur's Gate 2 looks to be at least as big a game, and Baldur's Gate 3 is obscenely large, so I thought, you know, allowing some more time per stream would be the better way to go about it. Alright, let's kill a Yonti. Let's kill 2 Yonti. BG2 is a lot bigger. Oh, well, I'm very glad that I increased my time per stream then. Okay, there is definitely not a flail head up here. But there may yet be some over here. Circus and part of Arnis Tower in one day. Well, thank you. Okay, there's a lot of directions to go here. This seems like actually the perfect spot to stop and come back next week, because there's a lot of different directions to explore here. How many different directions? Well, who knows. What do we got here? Gate lever, dog kennels, side entrance fort. Yeah, there's a path that goes up this way, and there's a path that goes up this way, and there's a path that goes down over this way. And yeah, I'm gonna want to check all of them. Well, I really only did like half of the circus this evening, Shorg. I did the other half in the previous time that I streamed Baldur's Gate 2. So I did half of circus, and I've done whatever percentage of this tower tonight. So I didn't do the full circus tonight. The me giving up on the math and looking up the answer was in the previous stream to this one. Yeah, I hate math. I can kind of work out math puzzles, like word puzzles, but it takes me a very long time because I'm just not very good at it. I don't have any reason to practice it in my everyday life. So when it comes down to it, I got part way through, I did part of the math, and then I just threw up my hands and was like, I'll be back, and I looked up the answer because it was driving me nuts. So this is where I'm going to be calling it a night, and next week when I come back to Baldur's, it was worded in an exact way to absolutely mess with your figuring it out. Like, usually there's like a pattern to the way that word puzzles are written, and that one just broke the pattern entirely, and I don't know math well enough to take it apart and put it back together again in the correct order, and so I didn't want to spend the entire stream talking my way through me and a scribbled piece of paper of math problems. So I did not. And if you really want to see and hear my annoyance with the whole thing, it is on my YouTube channel right now. There is a playlist for Baldur's Gate 2, and it will be in the stream that went up not last Friday, but the Friday before. So it will be the most recent stream of Baldur's Gate 2 that's on my YouTube channel, which I just had the bot link to there. And then this stream will be going up on the upcoming Friday. And I will be back streaming again tomorrow night. Starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be playing 2 Point Campus for Management Monday. Mostly because I finished... Oh, thank you, Jorg. Good night to you, too. I finished the scenario I won the scenario that I was working on in City Skylines, and it amuses me to play manage a university campus game for the month of September. So I will be playing 2 Point Campus on Mondays for the month of September. It's a very silly game with management stuff in it, and it's its own individual thing, and it's pretty funny. Then I will be back again on Wednesday night at as close to 7 p.m. as we can get enough people together to form a room. I will be playing either Among Us or Scribble It or both with my friends, if I'm lucky. I'm not going to bother describing Among Us, but Scribble It is a Pictionary-style game where one person draws and everybody else tries to guess, and it gets pretty silly in our group because not only do we shoehorn in memes and references where they do not belong, but none of us can spell at all. So it gets pretty funny. Then at about 10:15 or 10:20 or so, when my friends who have day jobs have to go to bed because they need to be up in the morning, the poor souls, I switch over to my solo Valheim server where I crash around and do my best. Upcoming on this Valheim server, on Valheim this Wednesday, I'm not actually sure. I've been trying to explore a particular swamp in the hopes that it has turnip seeds and or a crypt in it, but I've not really been having much luck. So I might take a frustration break from that and just spend the Wednesday stream building things. I have a couple of buildings in mind that I want to make or upgrade, so I might do that instead of doing more swamp exploration this upcoming Wednesday, because it's getting a little annoying how often I die in that darn swamp. So we'll see on Wednesday which one of those things that I do. Then on Thursday night, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be playing Oxygen Not Included for Try Not to Die Thursday. I will be continuing to work on my base and try to keep my dupes busy with projects while I hopefully wait for my Drekos to evolve into the kind that will give me plastic, because I desperately need plastic to continue my plans. So I really need my Drekos to start producing. Oh boy, do I need them to start producing. And then, next Sunday night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be returning to Baldur's Gate 2, where I will be continuing to work my way through this crypt, one troll and one Yuan-ti at a time, until I've both cleared this place out, found all the bits of the flail, and rescued Lord whatever his name. I've been calling him Lord D'A, partially because I'm Canadian, and partially because I don't want to keep trying to pronounce his actual name. So, and which one of those takes prominence? Well, that's up to you. So, that's all the plans for the week, all the schedule, all the games I'm going to be playing, and what I'm going to be doing in those games. And that is well, as much as I can plan, because a lot of these things, you know, the RNG comes for us all. So we'll see. Tonight has been a lot of fun, and I hope that all of you have had at least as much fun as I have. Good night, Jorg. And I hope that you all have a great night. Good night.